Hi everybody, it's Steph. Welcome back to well, this is actually not my house this time. This is my parents' house, which is why everything's a little bit odd. The lighting is very different. It's alright. This is what I used to use in high school and I'm okay with it. But, it's not my house. That's the point I'm trying to make here. It has been a very eventful year. It's been my first year on YouTube with an actual audience, and that's amazing. And I have so many plans for the new year regarding YouTube, but I want to just look back on what we actually did this year, because I would not have been able to do this without any of you, because you are who makes this possible. Without me, you would still be there, but without you, I would not really be here. I mean, on your screen. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's a very cool dynamic, and you guys are the best viewers I could have ever asked for, because you make my dreams come true. So let's just take a look at where I'm at now. As of today, this is December 28th, 2015. We have accumulated 224,320 subscribers. That's incredible. That's way beyond what I ever thought was possible. I was like, I projected for the first year, I was like, maybe if I work really hard, I can get 50,000 subscribers. 224,000 in a year. That's more than I could have ever asked for. That's incredible. And I'm so happy you all thought I was interesting enough to hit subscribe. So thank you. That was awesome. And I'm so happy you're here for the ride. And we've also accumulated 8.5 million views, which is huge. A lot of those are from one video, but it's fine. I'll tell you about that later. What I'm saying is I'm very happy and very grateful that you've made all this possible for me. And I don't think of it like numbers, but the numbers really are what shows what has happened here. So I'm very proud and very happy that you're all here with me. It's called Year in Review, right? So I want to look back at not every video I posted, but the major milestone videos. I want to look back at them, and maybe if you haven't seen them, or if you want to rewatch them, we can rewatch them together. So that's the idea here. Disclaimer, if you're on mobile, this video is not really going to function as intended, but you can still, watch and relive some of the memories with me, which is pretty cool. I have here my handy dandy laptop, and laptop is going to take us on an adventure through history. So we're just gonna go back to January 17th, 2015. That was the day that, first of all, I broke up with my toxic, horrible ex-boyfriend. And the same night, I stayed up all night, because the next day I went to work. I stayed up all night, and I recorded and edited this video called I Still Love Him, and I wrote this, you can call it poetry, I guess. I didn't think of it like poetry, but in hindsight, it really is poetry. But if you guys want to watch that, it's essentially kind of a mourning of a loss of 2 years of my life chasing this little bastard. It's what really kicked off my mind. Because in high school, I had so much creativity, I didn't know what to do with it. And then boys happened, and it all went to shit. And then I broke up with him, and it all came back. And I'm so happy about it. It changed my life. So if you guys want to see kind of how everything kicked off, you can click on that video. The annotation will be over the entire video. I'm gonna put a clip in the next few seconds. You can watch that with me if you'd like to. Sometimes I think I create in order to fill a void. It wants to leave, but I won't let it. Not again, not so soon. When I viewed the world like an open field of opportunity, with no thoughts of plans, just action. The next major video would have been February 1st, and it's called My Face Wardenberg Syndrome. This is the video that has the most views on my entire channel. It's got 3 million views, just over 3 million views. And this is where a lot of you found me too, and that's very cool, and I'm very happy about it, because you guys understand a very important, vital piece of me if you've watched that video. So if you haven't, I really encourage you to click on the clip that's gonna come up in a few seconds. Essentially, if the general thing here is that I have a genetic mutation in my family called Wardenberg syndrome. And I don't know if it's a mutation because it's hereditary, but it's a mutation to begin with. Does that make sense? It causes deafness for me, it causes deafness in my left ear. A lot of people are fully deaf or are not affected at all with their hearing, because there's so many different effects that come with it, but it also gives me my face. And if you want to know exactly what I mean by that, you can watch the video, please. The two things I hear most often are, number one, you look like a beautiful elven prince. Number two, you look like an alien. And whether you believe the first, the second, or both, which is also fine, I'm just here to explain to you why my face looks so unique. I know it does, I'm not stupid, but unique is not synonymous with bad, and Bad is not synonymous with unique. A little bit later, in late February, early March, I did Warcraft Let's Plays, World of Warcraft Let's Plays, and they didn't get a lot of views, which is why I discontinued them. In the new year, though, I have plans to restart Let's Plays, maybe not World of Warcraft, but other Let's Plays, and I will let you know all very soon in a very important video what all my new plans are going to be, what the new schedule is going to be, what's going to be happening. I'm going to let you know, okay? Later on, I did some makeup tutorials, some brow tutorials, I did some Loot Crate unboxings. The next major video though that I would say is important would be the mom tag, which I posted May 12th. And I was visiting my parents and I decided I wanted to show you all my mother. I kind of regret the quality of the video because when we were recording we forgot that the music was on in the background and we didn't know, because in my house there's always music in the background. Always, 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 which is why I cannot upload a video without background music. So hopefully in the future I can make a better quality one, but if you guys want to get to know my mom a little bit, you can watch the following video.
Being a good friend to other kids.
That's good.
And I really, really loved reading. I couldn't get enough of books and stuff.
So you liked that?
And that was a big deal to me, reading.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kind of like me a little bit.
Yeah.
Except mine's video games instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being a good friend, I always wanted to make sure everybody felt good.
God bless. Next major video I would say was only a few weeks later on May 19th called I Love Myself, and in my mind I was having like a pretentious artist moment and I was like, yep. This is the spiritual successor to I Still Love Him. And it's gonna bring the story full circle. And I was like being super pretentious about it, but honestly like it was a nice little outlet and it really purged my mind of some of the creative things I needed to get out. So if you guys want to watch another pretentious video like the first one, you can click on the following annotation. I love myself. I don't have that right now, but I love myself. I didn't always feel that way though. When I was very young, I hated the way I looked. I couldn't look into a mirror without hyperventilating. The next video I want to show you was on June 21st, and it's called Open Letter to My Dad, and that was right around Father's Day. And the reason I uploaded that was because at the time I thought I was a gay man, right? And a lot of gay men think it's hard to have, or think it's impossible, and not even something that happens where you have a relationship with your father that's healthy. I wanted to show people it was, but now that I'm fully aware that I'm a trans person, I think it's even more significant. So I would like to maybe do another video like that next Father's Day, but maybe something a bit different, of course, just to show that it is possible to have a relationship with your father if you're a trans woman, because a lot of people think it's not, and they think that, you know, it's a shameful thing, and it's like, whatever, shut up. Shut up. My dad's great. That's the point of that video. If you want to watch that, you can click on the following annotation. Because I tend to associate more with femininity and not male culture, it might be assumed that I don't have the best relationship with you, but anybody thinking that needs to stop thinking that immediately because it's just not true. And they should never make that assumption ever again about anyone. Truthfully, I'm a lot like you. We both stress out about money. We both love working with numbers, as much as I deny that. And we are both very creative because honestly, I don't get that from my mom. Like, you know that. I don't get that from mama. No. August 19th. Now this is a big one for me. Whew. This was the video where, it's called I'm Transgender, so what do you think it is? Prior to this video, maybe some of you aren't aware, but prior to this video, I was fully confident that I was a gay man and not a trans woman. And this video is what basically, it was me sharing all my feelings about that. Not about discovering that I'm trans. Does that make sense? I hope so. And it's one of the videos that I look back on and I don't have a single cringy moment because I feel like everything I've said in that video is still relevant, still true about myself, and I'm happy about that because I do change very quickly. If you guys haven't seen it already and you want to watch it, you can click on the following annotation. I've come to understand that I am transgender. I've come to understand that I've always been uncomfortable with my maleness, not my masculinity. And now that I see it that way, the rest of my life makes so much sense. My childhood makes more sense, my aspirations, everything makes way more sense, and I've never been more peaceful inside of my head. Because I always used to be thinking about, you know, what wasn't matching and what wasn't lining up, and I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it as matching or lining up, I just saw it as I'm confused. Next video I want to highlight is the Blindfold Makeup Challenge from August 26th. The only reason I want to highlight this is because it's funny as hell. Maybe it's just because my friend Vivian's in it that I can laugh at it so much, because if I was watching myself and laughing, I think there might be a problem. Hi!
Hi guys.
Cheers, me girl.
It's happening.
It's happening. Oh.
Okay, whoops. Oh yeah, actually you want to give me some while we're at this?
Some what? Some wine?
Yes, that'd be fantastic.
That's a good idea. Don't fell. Don't spit. Wow, you did good. I would have spit it everywhere. Next major video I would say would be on September 6th, I did a vlog called Meetup Plus I Love You. And this is where I talk about the meetup that I had at an old theater out in the west side of Toronto. And what's going on with my dress? It's slipping. And it was really fun, and I met a lot of you, and it really, I think that was kind of a life-changing moment. I don't know how to explain that, but like when in the moment there, I felt so overwhelmed with good feeling. I can't explain it beyond that. It was like the best I've ever felt in my life. It was like, I felt like I was walking on air. And I don't know if I've ever encountered that feeling before, but it was great. And I hope I get to encounter it again. In the new year, I do plan on doing more meetups. There is, of course, a job aspect to it that I don't mind, but there's also something really fulfilling about sharing my life and my experiences with you, and hearing that it's helped you directly from you is so wonderful. Next up would be, I did some era makeup tutorials in this time, like, you know, like 60s, 80s. I wanted to do more, but I just kind of ran out of inspiration, but I might pick that up in the new year. I also did my first video with my T blockers. So on September 20th was the day I got my first T blocker. And now, for those of you that may not know, I'm on estrogen. It's been about a month, and I'm very happy. But if you guys want to see me recount my history with T blockers, you can click on the following annotations. I'm going to string the clips together for the first day I got my T blockers, the 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks, and 6 weeks. Yeah. So there's going to be 4 videos coming up. You can watch those if you have not already, or if you want to just revisit the past with me. Let's go back in time. I finally got my T blockers, as most people call them. It's actually called spironolactone. Spiro. People call it Spiro. It's been just about 2 weeks on my T blockers, and I have a little bit of updates for you. Nothing major, like I haven't experienced any physical changes, of course, because it's just blocking my testosterone. It's not giving me anything. It's been roughly 4 or 5 weeks since I started taking my testosterone blockers. If I had them with you, I would show you, but it's almost empty. Also, I'm all dressed up. I'll tell you about it later. It's fine. It's fine. I wanted to bring you another transition update video because it's been a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks since my last one, and I was supposed to be getting my estrogen, I believe it was October 28th, but there was a little bit of a change, and it was something that I wasn't expecting, so I want to share with you so that maybe you will be prepared if this happens to you. Next significant video was probably, so November 27th actually was my birthday. I turned 20, so thank you very much. Yeah. But I also uploaded this video called How to Date Trans Women. I'm pretty proud of this video, first of all, but like, I was having a lot of trouble because it was almost a year after I broke up with my shitty boyfriend, so I was like, I'm ready to break back into the world. I was not ready because these people, these freaking men, are so uninformed and stupid. I'm sorry. I can't. It wouldn't bother me as much if it wasn't so much. There's so much, so many, all of them. First of all, you have the chasers, and for those of you that don't know, it's people that basically they fetishize us. They make it like, oh look, your body. They just don't think about you as a person. They see that you're trans and like, that's what I want right there. And it's like, you don't even know me. What are you doing? Chill out. So that's no good. And there's also the people that are interested but need to have a lot of education and just aren't at a point where I can deal with it. And then, I don't know. So basically what I'm trying to say is I wasn't ready when I thought I was to break back into this. I need to learn some patience first. But it's essentially a collection of questions and things that you should not ask and information you should know. So if you want to watch that, you can click on the annotation. Because nobody cisgender has any idea what they're doing with a trans person at all unless they've A, experienced being with a trans person, or B, been told what to expect from a trans person. Which is why I'm here. I'm going to tell you what to expect. Most cisgender men still don't understand that if they're attracted to a trans woman, they're still straight. And then we're almost back to the present. December 14th was the day well, it was a few days after I got my estrogen, but it's a very important video because many of you know that when a trans woman gets her estrogen, it's like a rebirth. It's like major. So if you want to watch that, you can click on it and we can watch together. It's actually pretty exciting though because I am on my estrogen, Estrace. I've been on it actually for 2 weeks now. I haven't updated you in a while regarding the chemical component to my transition, but I guess it's just because I've been switching things around a little bit. Not necessarily with my medicine, but just in my life. But I'm here now, okay? So let's have a conversation. That was fun, huh? That was good times. Good times for all. I'm gonna go look for some old furniture to bring back home with me. But it's been a pleasure hanging out with you and reviewing my first year on YouTube together. I am so excited to go into 2016 with you because I have so many plans and so many ideas, and I am ready to get these ideas into the world. That's what I want to do, and I have so many. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. I'll see you in January with some very exciting stuff. And until then, you know, be cool, chill out, don't fret, just enjoy yourself. I love you so much. Bye.